Welcome to the Manga Forge. Today we're talking about page size. Manga artists typically work on a B4 sized page. On this page there are 3 different zones. I'll start in the center and work out from there. In the middle we have the safe zone. The safe zone is where the most important elements go, like character faces and dialogue. Next up is the trim zone. This area contains less important art that won't be the focus of your page. After that is the bleed zone. Artists extend their artwork into this space to make sure that there are no white edges even if the page is trimmed slightly off during printing. There's also one more zone I like to call the panel zone. When manga artists draw their panels, they don't go all the way to the edge of the safe zone. Instead, they work inside a smaller area within it. This is the panel zone. Each mangaka has their own version. For example, Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen. Although they have different panel zones, they do have one thing in common. One side has more space. That's because that side curves into the spine of the book. Leaving extra room makes sure no important artwork gets lost in the fold. When planning your manga, think in pairs for pages, and keep the spine in mind. Now, before I end this video, I want to explain the confusion around B4 page size. The reason why you might hear different sizes is because there's 2 types of B4 pages. One is standard B4, and one is professional manga B4. The standard one is the general B4 size used outside of the manga industry. Some digital manga template creators, especially Western ones, base their layouts on this size and add bleed manually. Professional mangaka use the Japanese size, which is 256 by 364. For proof, I have here the leader's dimensions, which perfectly meet what I'm teaching you here. You may notice that the height and width here are larger by 1 millimeter. Don't worry about this. Digitally, it rounds down 1 millimeter, which is why we're using 256 millimeters by 364. Alright, let's continue. Believe it or not, we're not done quite yet. Although you draw on B4 pages, it's printed on a smaller size. The most common sizes to print at are B6 and A5. B6 is the standard manga size in Japan, and A5 is used for deluxe versions of manga or seinen. I also added Viz here because this is the common size for English localizations. So if you were to read, say, Jujutsu Kaisen posted by Viz, it will have different dimensions. Here's an example of how a Jujutsu Kaisen page looks before and after printing. Here's what it looks like in B6, and then this is what it looks like trimmed for Viz. Now before I end this video, just a recap. Manga is drawn on B4 and is printed at a smaller size, most commonly B6 or A5. To make things easier for you, I have these templates linked in the description. I have Chainsaw Man's template, Jujutsu Kaisen, and then one without a panel zone for you to experiment or make your own. Alright, thanks for watching.